Okay. I'm walking around, the other girl smiles and back. First one. I tried to give her my smile, but I cut back. Comedy right there. Famous circle. That's one of my favorite things. Okay, anyway. In verse 19, James chapter 1, verse 19 says, My dear brothers and sisters, always be more willing to listen than to speak. Keep control, keep control of your anger. That includes Sister Raylene over there. I saw your point. Good.
The meaning of the word anger is mean keep control of your
No, can't move on.
Move on. Don't.
Can't move on.
How do we go about
It's nice to open up for discussion. Any discussion. And really, it's good for all church. It's good for all church. Different people, different level of the church. People are really not what they call faithful. No, those who are but more faithful. We fail, I fail. Teacher fail. Church leader fail. Deacon fail. The elders fail. Really, the whole failure except one. Who never failed? Who? Remember that song that we lead? Jesus will never fail you.
Amen.
Church will fail you.
Yes.
Men will fail you, but Jesus never will fail. Not a perfect one.
I'm a kid us.
What are you looking for? I think Nancy's got a headache too. Bridget's not supposed to have a cold. Mm. Anger.
You're supposed to hear out that one.
You don't let them put a top for you.
Mm-hmm. In verse 20, anger does not help you. Wait, God, why? Anyone who have anger inside. Not the way that God wants. Always be happy. Wow. Judy has something to say.
Well, we may cover it. Go ahead.
What?
Well, there will be times we are angry.
Mm-hmm.
But God said, be angry, but don't sin with your anger.
Right.
So that's why he said to control it and try to find ways to work it out.
Right.
Talking with the person you're angry with, or going to counseling, being patient.
Or going to Brahms. Go to Brahms ice cream.
You mean helping it cool down, right? Going to the right? I'm serious.
I mean, just saying, we are told to be happy and rejoice, but things come up that make us angry.
Yep.
Till she goes.
Oh.
Right,
Because
like today?
make it.
Saw that.
Yes.
Saw that.
It's the like cool.
Don't be angry for nothing. Don't be angry at all. Two different ways. True.
Jesus became angry.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Jesus became angry, but he didn't sin. But the people got.
Oh, yeah.
Happy, yeah.
There's a reason for that.
Oh.
Verse 21. Way to have us.
All right.
Read. Anyway, it says, so get rid of everything evil in your life, every kind of wrong you do. Be humble and accept God's teaching that is planted in your heart. This teaching can save you. Right. If I'm worthless, then they're saying I'm stupid, dumb. I said, yeah, I'm stupid, but I am okay. That's always just me. always hits me because, number one, it reminds me of a story of the father himself. Sees his son so angry every day, always swears, always curses, and he hates people. So his son decides to go outside and hit something. The father said, come with me. Bring a bucket of nails and a hammer. Walk up there. Anytime you get mad, hammer the fence. What? Crazy, Dad? No. Go ahead and hammer. You have my permission. Fine. All few days, notice his anger stopped. Okay, now your anger stops. Tomorrow, you're not becoming angry. Then take off one nail. Fine. Every hour. One. Finish. Then on the weekend, on a Saturday, the last nail. Finish. Right time. Sun comes down. Said, now, son, you know why I said this? No. Remember, many people wanted to crucify Jesus. All their anger is against him. Now you're angry at the fence, right? Yeah. But tell the fence you're sorry. What? Tell us sorry. No. Tell it sorry. Okay, I'll do it for you. Sorry, fence. Okay, good. But look, it's still. See the light through the hole? Can't heal. Same thing we're doing every time when we get angry. We're crucifying Jesus every time. But Jesus doesn't care if we're angry. He still loves all of us. And every time I read this verse, it hits me all the time, knowing the story.
You did write that story down for me. I said you didn't write that story down for me so I could shut the face. Ah, good idea, good idea. Good idea. We need a longer keyboard. Right. Well, remote for this.
You know, this kind of lesson, often hits us. But what's said, I always wish kind of wish to see that more people who would come to church to worship come here to Devo. But many people come for worship one time. They don't go to Bible school. They don't go to devotional. They think worship one time is enough. Why? Because some people have in their mind it's too much time for me to go to church. 3 times. Sunday school, worship, devotional. Wow. That's too much of my time. Selfish.
In other words, they don't have time for God.
Some people have a good reason, like, number one, they go to hearing services, then they come to our worship services. So that's understandable. I mean, it's okay. But looking around you, based on the people, what they say here, they must come here. But, it's just, we have to pray and hope that more people will do
I
come.
wish they hear worship. I wish they hear worship.
Because
Worship, no, worship. Then they could just say, what's up now?
She will excuse herself. I did not excuse her. Roy's got something
How
to
do you
say.
listen?
But the good thing that we talked about this, Roy had said, well, surely, let me see, how can I say this? We have a good time, going to the bar, going to get alcohol. I really enjoy going to church, being preached at in front of God. Where is God? Where is God? The answer's right there. It says right there. But I have a time, we can't speak for people, but people need to speak for themselves. People leave out between people and God. God will take care of it. What kind of hearts that we have? It talks about God, number one. Second, what? Your will. You're willing to keep the promise to God. That's great. If not, with God, He already knows. Already. We better improve ourselves with God by talking in private. Third, what's on your heart and mind? God already knows what's on your mind. Sometimes we have to be hurry, finish church. Fine, good, bye-bye, love you, bye-bye, bye-bye, boom, we're gone. Not worth arguing, but still our Christian duty. Keep things running. Worship service. All get a good family. If you grow, it'll still be good. It's important that our minds are alike. Okay. Here we are brothers and sisters. She's a good woman. Not a good woman? She's humble. She's a sweet woman.
Oh, you did shoot me.
You need to put them here in the middle.
Oh, no.
Back to this. Hey!
Just come through. Oh.
Hey.
Oh, I see. Can you read? Well, oh, God, I'm not concerned.
See what God's teaching says. Don't just listen and do nothing. When you only sit and listen, you are fooling yourself.
I don't know about that one.
See? That's the one, that's the verse that teaches us, just do it. Right.
Oh, that's maybe.
See? Go on. You okay?
Hearing God's teaching and doing nothing is like looking at your face in the mirror.
Spending too much time in bed.
No, I have a perfect one.
Okay. Yeah, Peppo.
If you have a chance, I encourage you to go to Branson, Missouri.
Yeah.
Go visit a museum called Ripley, Believe It or Not.
Oh yeah.
Ripley, Believe It or Not. You stand in the mirror, try to make the same picture with your tongue. Later, when you walk, you'll go into a dark room. You'll notice a window right there. People are watching you the same way people are watching through. Now imagine that if God's watching us through the mirror, He's right there laughing, saying, "What are you doing? Do something."
Getting what?
Halt.
Mom,
Oh.
Why?
I was telling her when you were saying.
Getting to the food there. Mom.
Why? Because they want to see you do something. Just a natural right. I eat cornbread, make
No,
myself
don't
tall.
put that too much. No.
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 Oh man.
Well, Jacob. Dad, you talk to it.
Oh boy.
I'm like, thank you. No.
You know what I like about tonight? Is that you're all being more opened up and listening to brother and sisters. And what's Nancy she doesn't like is listening what you just recently said. Now why did I slap you?
Okay.
And do nothing about what you saw. And you immediately forget how bad you look. Exactly what I said.
Mm-hmm.
And she boldly went over there.
Oh. And I'm touching fire. You touching fire.
When you feel it, you know your heart, you can have a heart attack.
Baby.
Family.
Die. No, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell my family.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I did.
But in verse 25, James chapter 1, it says, but when you look into God's perfect law that sets people free, pay attention to it. If you do what it says, you will have God's blessing. Never just listen to his teaching and forget what you heard.
Well, I can't do that.
That verse that's right there, that's one of the ones that explains in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, where it says, it's been talking about the gifts that God had given. And then it says, you don't need this one and this one and this, only three to keep you. And it says, when's that going to happen? When we get the perfect law. There it said, we got it. So we have the new law. That's the perfect law. So we don't need those gifts anymore that started the church. The ones that he listed. He says, you don't need those now. They don't continue.
Mm-hmm. When Jesus died on the cross, that's the new law. We can pray to Jesus at anywhere.
True.
Don't ever forget growing up listening to that. And I remember what my great grandparent had told me about that verse. And one day on a weekend, like a Saturday or Friday, I can't remember, I went fishing. Every time I hear him pray, I always, why does he pray? And he always say, because I want God to listen to us, and Jesus always watching us. Most of the time, people don't realize if you're alone, driving, you can still pray, but don't sleep. No, if you're walking, pray. If you're in a store, pray. Anywhere you pray, it doesn't matter. There's no need to be reasonably embarrassed. And many people are afraid to pray in public. Why? Because they don't want people. I went to Long John Silver about 3 weeks ago to eat lunch, and I sat down and gave thanks to God for the food. And two couple were sitting right there. One man stood up. Said, what? Thank you for saying a prayer. Why? He said, no one in this restaurant, we've been in here for many times, every Tuesday or Friday, I can't remember. But he said they always come in, and no one had said prayer. That's what's sad. You never know. If you meet a person who needs prayer, you can always pray for them. Many times we never take advantage of God's free gift and sharing it to the world out there. And if notice people, when they bring the food, they don't talk They just bow their head. Yeah. And after they pray, they start eating.
Mhm.
I wonder, are they isolated or are they real eating? They're really praying. And I wish, what did, what church do you go to? You did the right thing. But when you see someone praying, you already know. And you compliment them. And it's not nice to ask what church you go to. It's your own business. Did you notice that when the group went to Cracker Barrel, someone paid for all of
Yeah.
your lunch? Why? Because they see church group there.
Cause we pray.
People never realize when they see people pray, sometimes it's a good opportunity to help those who need. And that person was willing to pay your meal.
Yeah, you're right.
And I meant to ask who paid for it. I wanted to say thank you.
They just laugh. Yeah, too.
Nancy's gut. When I invited my friend for my husband at Cracker Barrel birthday party, they were expecting that was my responsibility to pay for all of them. It was mine. But said I can pay for it. Said no. The lady will pay for everything. Who's that person? That's why the other woman says you don't pay for it. What about tips? Said, don't. You guys just go.
So we like to give a cash.
That
Oh.
that person who paid for it is maybe God's angel sending to them.
Yeah.
You never know
Because
you probably saved that person's life.
he taught.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
That, doing that, for the person that's doing that, if they're able to do it, that is wonderful for that person. Because I remember one time I was coming back, I was on business, and I stopped to eat breakfast. I drove all night and morning, and so I stopped to eat breakfast, and a grandmother was there with about 4 or 5 different children, 4 or 5 different children, and they prayed for the food and all that, and I watched her take care of those kids. She did a great job. So I finished, and I told the woman there, I said, I'm paying for that table also, but don't tell them I'm paying for that.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
so
Right.
I left, got into my truck, sit there, looked through the window, and I saw, I need my bill. Hey, ooh,
They want.
gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
Damn it. Yeah. Yeah.
people that do good and you can see them doing good, and that is good. When you're taking care of children,
Mm-hmm.
you're doing something that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
He did.
Right.
I noticed myself
Oh.
since I've been here for 10 years. I've noticed the most free time was a champion over there getting free meal, but I got free about 3 times. First time was with our church we went to, and the girl and the sign. Her parents were really impressed. They liked this group, that signed to her, and so told the waiter to bring the ticket over for that group. But it was not the whole group. No, paid for it. Me? I became confused. Am I free? You're not free? So, so I had to get out. Don't cost more than
Oh.
So, yeah. Our table was free. Told that table right there, I want that table's ticket. And they disappeared. I still have the phone number, but anyways, girl parent family from a church over there. They came over about 2 or 3 times. That's one. Other second time, George's birthday party.
But I'm asking me, every time I came in, bye-bye, every time. They look like you're